let's look at how to set up pool opening jobs. You may call them pool startups, but we call them pool openings. Now, in order to do this, there are three things that you need to do. One, you need to tell the system where to get the charge for doing the job. Number two, you have to create a list of tasks that your tech is going to do to complete this job. And number three, you need to set up a job for each pool that you're going to open. Okay, first things first, let's set up where we're going to get the charge from. So we're going to click on Preferences and click on Financial Settings. Scroll down just a little bit, and then you see Get Opening. Now, there are two places you can set this charge up. You can set it up in the pool record, in which case you'll have to go to every pool and set up a charge, or you can simply put the charge in the list of tasks that you're going to give to your tech to do. We're going to leave it as the assigned task list, and then scroll to the bottom and click Submit. Okay, now we've told the system where to get the charge from. The next thing to do is to set up the list. So we're going to go to Tools. So we open Tools, and then we're going to scroll down to the Task section, which is near the bottom of Tools. And then we're going to click on Manage Pool Opening Task Lists. Now, to save time, I've already set up 3 lists. So let's look at one of these. So I click on Large Pool Opening. This is just my list for what I do when I open a large pool. So you see, I give it a name, and then I assign the charge amount to the job. So this is where it's going to get the charge amount from. Then I say whether the labor is taxable or not. For me, labor is not taxable. And then I put in a set of tasks that I want my tech to do. Okay? Now, there are 20 possible tasks, but you don't have to put them all in. Put as many or as few tasks as you need to do. And these must be tasks that the tech must complete, not optional things. If a task is optional and the tech may not do it, do not enter it in this list. This is only for things that he must complete. As he does each task and completes it, he'll check it off in the app and then click Submit. Now, some pool openings can take up to a week to do. And what happens here is when the tech checks off the tasks that he's done, if there are other tasks that have not been completed and the tech clicks Finish, it will simply put this job back out there on your jobs board for you to schedule the rest of the tasks to be completed on a different day. So that's why it's important that you don't put tasks that are optional on here. Only tasks that are absolutely required should be in this list. Okay, so we've put our tasks in, and then we're going to scroll to the bottom and simply click Submit. If you want to put additional instructions to your tech, you can enter them in that box. So we click Submit, and now our task list is ready. So now we can set up the jobs so that we can schedule them for the date when they're actually going to be done. Now, to do that, we're going to go to Pools, and we click on Set Up Pool Openings. In the first field, we're going to select Set Up Pool Opening Task, because that's what we're doing. The next field, we're going to select the task list that we're going to use for this job. So I'm going to do a large pool opening, so I select large pool opening, and there it shows me that the charge for doing that job is $740. Now, you may not know exactly what date you're going to do this pool opening, so you're just going to give it a date range of, okay, let's say we're going to do this job somewhere in July. So I'm going to just say July 1st through July 31st is when I plan on doing this job. Again, if I want to give additional notes to my tech, I can put them there. So then all I have to do now is to select the pools that I'm going to open, and I simply check them off. Okay, so let's just say we want to do those pools, and I click the update button, and there it tells me my operation is successful. So now I can go look at my jobs board in Task Manager, and I click Unscheduled Service Requests, and there are the pool opening jobs. And they will sit there until I'm ready for my tech to do the work. When I'm ready for my tech to do the work, I will simply schedule this job. For example, if I want my tech to do this next week sometime, I click Schedule. I select the tech that's going to do the work. I check the start date. It's going to be in July. So let's say it's going to do this next Wednesday. And let's say it's going to start at 9 o'clock in the morning. And he's going to be there till noon. So we're doing the job on July 3rd. We're going to go from 9 till noon. I hit the submit button. And my job is now scheduled, and the tech can go out and do the pool opening at that time. So that's how you set up pool opening jobs.